Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Aku with a new video for you. Today I'm going to be doing my first ever story time video. So a few months ago, it was midsummer, very hot. I was out and about and I saw a store that sold skincare, hair care products, and some other stuff. And at the time, I was in the middle of working on getting rid of two childhood scars that I have, which are this one and this one. So I was looking for some products to help me get rid of these two scars. I had tried a couple of things and some of it was making it darker, some of it was making it lighter, some of it was me being impatient and not using things properly. Whatever. I saw this store and I decided to go in. So a person who worked in a store was a man and I told him what I was looking for. He had a bunch of products in a glass case and behind him, and the product consisted of lotions, serums, and creams. So I basically told him I was looking for something that would get rid of this mark on my arm, and I let him know that it was like very old and that I had tried a couple things on it, and some of it made it a little darker, some of it made it a little lighter. So he was showing me a couple of things and I was reading the bottles to see what the ingredients were, to make sure that it was something I was willing to use on my body, or to make sure that it was something that I felt would be strong enough for me to use. Also, I wanted to make sure it didn't have any steroids in it. So I'm looking through products and he's recommending things to me and he's telling me like, listen, get this one. This works. You know, you get this and you get something else and then you pour the serum into the cream and it's gonna make it stronger and it'll go away. So I'm asking him details like, well, how long do you think it'll take for the scar to go away, and you know, how fast will it work, and how much it costs, and all this and all that. And I'm looking at some of these packages and some of the packages just don't have ingredients on it. All it says is like skin whitening, and I'm like, nah, I need to know what I'm using, especially if I haven't heard of the product before and I haven't seen or read any reviews on it. So he's telling me and he's like, listen, I'm telling you, get this one because this really works. I know what I'm talking about. I'll mix you with cream, I'll mix this with that and it'll work. And so I'm like, okay, kind of getting excited because I really want to get rid of these two scars in particular. Like, I've had them for so long. I am just sick and tired of them being a part of my body. And so he's talking to me, he's like, pour the serum into the cream and put it on, it'll go away. It's gonna take some time because you're telling me these scars are old, so that means they're really deep. And he's like, and after you get out the shower you rub it on your whole body. And I was like, whoa.
I'm not
trying to rub it on my body. No, I'm trying to put it on these two scars. That's about it. And he's like, well,
it's not gonna look right because
I can already see
that your face is darker than the rest of your body. And I was like,
excuse me? Excuse who you talking to like that? Hold up. So I was like, no, I don't want to use it on my body. I'm not trying to bleach my skin. So he was like,
no, it's not gonna bleach you, it's just gonna brighten you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna exit stage left because I'm not here for the foolishness today. Like, I like being brown skinned, okay? I don't mind a tan. I don't mind getting darker. I don't mind. So you telling me that if I use this product on my entire body, it'll brighten me, as if to say that I'm not bright enough? That my skin is dull? Like, whatever he was saying, I wasn't here for it, so I left the store. Needless to say, I was hella annoyed. I was very annoyed. Like, the rest of the day I kept saying, he just had the nerve to tell me that my face is darker than the rest of my body. Which, on that day that I was in his store, I didn't have any makeup on. I think I just did my eyebrows and that was about it. But I had on like a shirt that came down to here. So a shirt that almost came to my elbow. And a shirt that was like high collar. So the only thing he could really see was from the forearms down, my throat, neck area, and my face, and my legs. And I'm sitting here like, my face is darker than the rest of my, you could barely see the rest of my body. Like, so I left because part of me felt like he thought he might have been helping me, and other part of me felt like, stay in your place. Like, to me, this is the way people develop complexes and insecurities or any of those kind of issues, because they're being picked at or they're being told something by someone, and then all of a sudden it turns into something. So obviously I wasn't particularly fond of that suggestion. Like, I personally have no problem with my complexion, so I was just like, I didn't buy anything from him. And the rest of the day I was just like rolling my neck and my eyeballs, all kinds of salty, because I feel like it's inappropriate. Like, I feel like in this day and age, anywhere you are, if you're online, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's always all these negative, derogatory, or directive comments towards black women. Black women need to stop wearing weaves. Black women don't appreciate their natural hair.
Black women don't this. Black women don't that. They need to work out. They need to gain weight. The booty ain't big enough. The booty too big. They cheekbones too high. The lips too big. The lips not big enough.
It's like non-stop. And then when you see women who decide to change things about themselves, people want to assume that is because they don't love themselves, they have low self-esteem, they have a complex, they have this, they have that. And nobody knows what the real story is. And I feel like nowadays, there are just so many of us who feel targeted, who feel underprotected, who feel misunderstood, and who are aggravated. So I was just hella aggravated. Not just for myself, but for the likelihood that he could have made the same comment to another black woman who does not like her complexion as much as I do, or who is not strong enough to look at this guy and say he don't know what the hell he's talking about, or he's stupid, because that's basically how I felt. I got little things that I wanted to work on, but nothing that needed any kind of directive from him. Yes, he's a shop attendant, so he's trying to sell things in the shop and make himself a little change, but don't do it at the expense of my self-identity. So I was mad because I have a policy. Never let somebody tell you something about yourself that you don't already know, especially if it's something negative. So I had to go home and check myself. So, you know, looking, and I'm like, my face is a little darker than the rest of my body, and that's obviously because I don't wear sunscreen. I don't wear makeup every day. I don't wear hats. I don't avoid the sun. I'm out in the sun, and because my head is the highest point of my body, it's going to get the most sun damage, yada yada. And honestly, my face is a little darker than the rest of my body, but it's not enough of a difference for me to ever have heard that from anyone else. So to hear from him, it was a little off-putting. The silver lining in this entire experience is it made me go home and really self-reflect. Like, you know, I had to do a once over. I had to check some things out. I had to look at some things. And that brought me to deciding on working on things about myself for myself. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm on a skincare journey. And the goals for that skincare journey are to make my melanin more even, just a little bit more popping 10. Went home and I decided to really look at myself, and I'm like, okay, my face is a smidgen, half a shade, maybe at most a shade darker than the rest of my body. I don't even think it's a full shade. Half a shade darker. So, okay, I could work on that. I'm not going to use whatever you giving me though. So I got online, I did a lot of research on like permatan, hyperpigmentation, sun damage, age spots, dark spots, all of these things that most women of color have issues with and don't necessarily know how to combat. And I basically put myself on a skincare regimen. So now I am all about making my melanin more popping. You know what I'm saying? So I did a lot of research. There are a lot of skincare forums on the internet, and you know, on these forums you find a lot of men and women who have tried different products and different things in terms of like laser skin treatments, laser hair removal, electrolysis, facial peels, body peels, just to get their skin even and glowing. Or for some people, they actually do want to bleach their skin or lighten their complexion or whatever. I'm really not gonna speak on that because that's not what my target is. My target for my skincare is just for me to have an even skin tone from head to toe as much as possible. I don't have any kind of hang-ups about my skin other than my scars from childhood and my hyperpigmentation. So those are my #1 goals, and those are things that I have now been working on. I am going to dedicate a portion of my channel to my skincare journey and sharing that with you guys. I'm probably going to do a series on tretinoin, because at this point, tretinoin, vitamin A, retin A, Tazerac, I feel like I might be an expert on those products because I have used them for quite some time. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.